Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I hope you're having a lovely day because you 100% deserve it. This week we're doing just a slightly different video, a little bit more vlog style, just because I feel like I had a little bit more to talk about this week, or like things were happening that were relevant. I don't think I'd ever become like a vlog channel, I promise. So let me know what you think of like kind of this format of like, if something comes in the mail, like do you want to see it, or books, do you want to see more of those, or more like clips of me reading? Like, let me know. Also, if you hate it, I won't be offended. The watch time will also tell me, so you cannot lie. Today we are finishing up the Commonplace spread that I was working on last week, and it ended up being like a very different layout than anything I've done before, and I did it sort of backwards. So like I said, I had half of it done last week, and then I'm going in this week, and I should have probably started with the bigger images that you'll see later. But instead, I knew I wanted the book review to go right here, so I just finished Little Eyes, which is a book about essentially if Furbies had cameras and there was someone on the other side of the camera controlling it. And it was a very interesting book about like kind of low-key about how humans really need connection, and about how a lot of people in this world need a little bit more connection. And how, not everyone can get a pet, not everyone can get a dog or a cat. So like these little Furby things, they called Kentuckys, were like stand-ins. And it was very interesting. It had a little bit of a dull middle, a very shocking opener that I think was put there just by the publisher, honestly, to be shocking. It could have been a little later in the book and it wouldn't have been as shocking, but it definitely was there to shock. But I just put that little review in this column here off to the side where I keep most of my book reviews and my TV and movie reviews and stuff. And so then I had this blank page, and honestly I got to my computer and my desk today and I was like, I have to commonplace, I want to commonplace, but I don't think I have anything to commonplace. Like, I didn't think I had any articles or anything. But I did, and then like on like my document, my Commonplace to print document that has all my text, I had quite a bit actually, but then I didn't you can see them off to the right, I didn't end up using any of the text, because I wrote my little book review, and then I mess around with some imagery and end up putting a jewelry oriented picture, and then I talk about an ad that I heard on the radio today. If you've stayed at this channel for a while, you do kind of know that I am into jewelry and into gemstones, minerals, crystals, both for the geology aspect, the jewelry aspect, and the spiritual aspect. So I'm really into that sort of thing. And I heard an ad on the radio today for like natural diamonds, and just the marketing they were using was so weird. They said that they were recyclable. And I was like, when are diamonds diamonds are not recyclable. They're not renewable either, because they take so long to freaking regenerate. I mean, I guess you can create them in a lab now, but I was like, they're not recyclable, because if you break a diamond, it's just diamond dust. I don't know of any technology where you can take diamond dust or like a cracked diamond and then turn it into like a new diamond. I don't know. And specifically natural diamonds that they were marketing, I don't think you can do that, because once you cut a diamond, it's cut. And then it was saying that like, so that was just weird. It was just weird that they were saying they were recyclable, and then they were saying like, they're like the time-honored beauty, they're the most valuable stone throughout history. And I was like, that is a common misbelief. They only gained popularity in the 50s when someone found a crap ton of them and needed to sell them. But anyway, so that's what I ended up commonplacing about. Other things to talk about. It is currently Wednesday. I'm going to make some cookies tonight to celebrate my 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I still haven't done it for some reason, so we will be getting around to doing it. I got the stuff before My boyfriend went to work today, and we will sit at home and we will make cookies, and we're going to try and decorate them in a cute way. We'll see if that works out. I don't know if they will. And yeah, and then I'm going to record the little celebration tomorrow, and I'm going to talk to you about a thrifting trip tomorrow. If it's still light out, honestly, because if it's still light by the time my cookies are done and decorated, I might hop back on. But I'm trying to pace my editing because my uploading to YouTube has been taking hours and hours. I need to call the Wi-Fi place and see if like our upload speed is significantly slower than our download speed. So yeah, that's why I've been trying to work it out like that. As you can see, I'm playing with the text that I just printed because I printed it in a panic. And then I don't end up using any of it. And then I play with pictures for a little bit. But other than that, guys, I think life has just been kind of chill. I was really trying to spend these 2 days off intentionally because, as we've heard in my last couple of videos, I'm really trying to take care of my mental health and readjust to being in this new city, in this new place, and the new state. So I had made some plans to go hiking because nature is really good for my mental health and my spiritual health and my well-being just as a whole. And it's like something that's really important to me, so I've been meaning to try and find like a trail here. But they've got like mountain lions and bears and like cougars and moose and elk here, so it's not like Maryland where I can kind of just go anywhere and I'm pretty safe in terms of wildlife. I'm not safe here, so I have to find a trail that is like close enough to humanity where like there's not going to be a lot of animals, but also far enough away from humanity where I feel like I'm actually in the woods. And I wanted to go to a trail that looked pretty good, but my boyfriend was like, no, that's what I wanted to take you to. So we're gonna go Friday morning before I go to work. Friday is his day off. Yeah, I don't really have much to update you on. I feel like I talked a lot in my journal this week. Like I journaled a lot this week, so I feel like I don't have the need to spit anything out. My best friend called me. I haven't got to talk to her in a while or hear her voice in a while, so if you have any long distance friends, this is your sign to try and arrange a call or a FaceTime with them. Or if you have long distance family, because my little niece FaceTimed me yesterday too, and that was really special. I was really missing her. So it was good to see her face and kind of talk to her over the phone and see how she was doing. And same with my best friend. It was like just good to chat. Chat with people that are familiar, that I love. And yes, it made me miss them. It made me miss, home, or that home. But it was good. And I tried not to let that, get to me. Other than that, life's just been chill. I don't really do much. I was going to go explore a couple of different thrift shops and stuff like that, but I really just looked at myself and I was like, Erica, you literally just went thrifting earlier this week. And I'll tell you about that when I show you what I got. And you have this whole master list on your iPhone notes of stuff that you want, and none of it is stuff that you probably could find some of it in the thrift store, but it's not stuff that you can go to an antique store and actually look for, if that makes sense. A lot of it is I need new bras, or I have a dress on my wish list, or what else is on there? Mascara, or a TV stand, which I guess I could look for at a thrift store. Other things on it are shoes. My Birkenstocks look like absolute crap. They were white. They do not look white any longer. So I was like, nope, you're not buying anything for a while, because you also just spent money on books that you don't need. Especially because the Ugly series that I bought is a reread. I read that when I was a teenager, and I bought it because I've been hearing a lot about it lately, and my sister kept our childhood copy, so I had to buy my own. But I was no more buying things that are not on your wish list, because the things that have been on my wish list have been there for a while, and for some reason I just don't buy them. Don't know why I do that. Do you guys do that too? Do you have a long list of things that you want, and then you just go to a thrift store, or you go thrifting, or you just go to Target and end up spending money on stuff that you kind of impulsively buy? I try not to impulsively buy things. I'm really usually very good about it. So instead, I like went online today and I found a secondhand pair of Birkenstocks. They're brand new. You can listen, guys. I know people are like, don't thrift shoes, but you'd be surprised how many shoes you can find brand new with tags, unopened, or only worn once, so there hasn't really been a lot of time for like the other person's foot to imprint. Which is why I don't like secondhand shoes, right? Because they don't mold to my feet. But I found a brand new pair of Birkenstocks in the color I wanted, the style I wanted, brand new with tags for like 30% off what they would be new. So you save a little bit of money, you are being a little bit more sustainable, and you get a new pair of shoes. So I went ahead and bought those. So shoes are kind of on my priority list. I'm really happy with where my wardrobe is at. Not so happy with where my shoes are at. And suddenly I have a crap ton of purses and stuff. I don't know how that happened either. So I need to go through that. And then jewelry is another thing I want to work on, but jewelry is expensive. So that's maybe a little out of the budget right now. But we're just finishing kind of this little writing section. And we're finishing the Commonplace section. So my next little excerpt will be about my thrifting journey, or what I got, and a little thank you to you guys for watching and subscribing and commenting. I'm trying to relish in our tiny little celebrations. I don't think I pause enough to celebrate how far I've come. I think I just kind of say, oh, well, this is expected of me, and so then I don't celebrate it. So I'm going to try and celebrate it. I'm going to make cookies. And yeah, you guys should take some time this week to celebrate something that you haven't celebrated yet, whether it's like a new job, or taking care of your mental health, or journaling consistently, whatever it is. You should take some time to celebrate and get like a sweet treat. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in like 1 second. Hi guys, it's me, Erica. Welcome to Thursday. These are the cookies that I made for celebrating 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That might not seem like a lot of subscribers. And you know, in the grand scheme of things, it probably isn't. But I just wanted to say thank you guys if you are subscribed, because it does mean a lot. That little number going up does mean a lot. And then also for anyone who's ever commented on my videos, special thank you to you guys. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Commonplacing is really fun for me because the community is kind of small and niche, and we can just like chat with each other a lot of the times. And like everyone is super loving and like welcoming and super sweet. So just wanted to say thank you if you have subscribed. I know it took me a while to get on here and say thank you, but I wanted to do something special for myself, and make cookies. I already ate like the other half. So I made like these really cute ones, and then the rest were just like regular icing without any decoration. And yeah, so like I said, thank you. Here is to hopefully a lot more time together on this channel. Here's to more celebrations coming, more journal prompts coming, and lots of stuff like that. Before I signed off, I wanted to talk to you guys about this little thing that I thrifted, and kind of tell you the story about it. So I was at the thrift store, one of the new ones here, and I saw this little box. And right away, this kind of like star pattern reminds me of some characters from one of my books that I've written, and like my comfort characters from my book that I have been writing since I was like in middle school, that sort of thing. So I saw and I thought it was so cute, and it's a little jewelry box. It's like pink inside, and then it like expands. And so I was wanting either like an ashtray of like this kind of crystal style for jewelry, because I have a big jewelry box, but you know, it's bigger, it has all my jewelry in it, but I wear kind of the same jewelry every day, and it just kind of ends up on the bathroom counter, and I don't want it to do that anymore. I feel like that's just not good for it, and it could like slide off and get, so I wanted a jewelry box, right?
So I saw this and thought it would be good because I could separate like my silver and my gold jewelry from here, and then it would just be, you know, my daily jewelry could just go on top, so it's just like that. So I walked away and I decided to think about it. I thought I had looked at the price tag and saw that it was $12. So I was like, cool. So I walked around the thrift store and I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I was like, okay, I had noticed like 2 of the rhinestones were gone. So I was like, okay, you know, do I still want it? Like, is this something that I think I'm going to like be upset if I come back and it's not here? And I did, because of the star pattern and kind of that like emotional connection to my characters. So I come back to that booth at the end of the round. I had literally nothing. I was gonna buy nothing else. So I was like, I'll go check the price again, make sure I read it right. If it's less than $15, I'll buy it. So I go to the booth and there's like 2 people there, and they're like picking up stuff and moving stuff. And I see the jewelry box is gone. And for a second I'm like, wow, someone picked it up and snatched it in an hour? Like, wow, that's really fast. But okay, maybe it's not meant for me then. But one of the guys could tell that the guy that was there could tell I was looking for something. So he was like, are you looking for something? And I was like, yeah, I saw a jewelry box here. And then he was like, oh, this one. He had moved it to another part of the booth. And he was like, are you gonna get it? And I was like, I was thinking about it. And he, turns out he was the seller. And so because he was the seller of that booth, all of a sudden I felt really peer pressured into buying it. So I went and I looked at the price tag. It was $24. It's brass, but you know, the inside is peeling, it's missing rhinestones, and it's very scratched. I don't think this is worth $24. Like, yes, it's vintage, but like, it's not worth $24. Rhinestones are missing, it's scratched, it's not in good condition. So because I was peer pressured into buying this, one, my message to you is don't let yourself be peer pressured into buying things at the thrift store. I'm someone who more so thinks, okay, I'll really think about it for like a week or 2, and if I come back and it's still there, then it was meant for me. If it's not, then it's not meant for me. So I'm not exactly having buyer's remorse, but I am committing to the bit. And I feel like I have to make this my whole personality now. And I'm gonna buy rhinestones to fix it up. I watched like 5 videos on how to get scratches out of brass, which you can do. So I'm gonna do a whole fixer-upper thing. And this jewelry box, I'm gonna get new felt for the inside. And this jewelry box is gonna become my whole personality. So the moral of the story here is don't let yourself be peer pressured, because now I spent too much money on a jewelry box that wasn't even worth it. And now I'm gonna have to spend more money to fix it up. And I could just try and sell it as is, but I don't think I would get $24 for it. And also I'm like, it does remind me of my characters. So I'm not like mad about it, but I'm kind of mad at myself for letting myself be peer pressured. Anyway, that's all. I hope you guys have a lovely, lovely day and a lovely, lovely week, because you guys 100% deserve it. And thank you again. I'm gonna enjoy one of these now.